Hi, my name's Dee and welcome to Untitled Tarot. Now this is a bulk introduction, as they always are for these Lunar Galactic download readings, and I do this so that you can watch the three most important ones: your sun sign, your moon sign and your rising sign. If you don't know the latter two signs, there's a link for a birth chart just down below, so click on that, fill in all your details. Now this particular Lunar Galactic download I have been really looking forward to, because we have the full moon at 15 degrees Sagittarius, and for my calculations I'm assuming the galactic center to be 16 degrees Sagittarius, so a few hours after the full moon, and more importantly after the penumbral lunar eclipse, we have the moon conjuncting the galactic center. So we have the galactic download, as I like to call it, coming through the moon under the energies of the full moon and of the lunar eclipse. So I am expecting that these will be downloads where the moon's energy has been shaped slightly to kick our backsides, really, in a good way. I mean that, you know, just to give us that kick to get to our next level, whatever our next level happens to be, because I mean everyone's on different levels. So this is an oracle card based reading. You can ask a question beforehand if you want, like I say with all my other readings. Whether it gets answered or not, you will have to decide for yourself. I personally think it's more of a weather report reading than a specific question and answer reading, but you might be able to use it that way. Now, this month I did Chinese zodiac as well, so there are links down below for your June 2020 Western zodiac, Chinese zodiac, and all the full moon readings that I just finished yesterday. So I'm recording this on the day of the full moon. The full moon hasn't peaked yet, but I am under those full moon energies, and I'm feeling great. Just before the full moon, I was like Wednesday. I took Wednesday off because I just did not feel like. It's not that I didn't feel like recording. I didn't feel like reading. There was other things. I was drawn more to my studies. But today, up early and raring to go. I mean, I'm not saying I'm recording early, but I was up early. So what I'd like you to do is press the like button if you like the video. Please press subscribe while you're there. But most important of all, comment. Give me feedback. Tell me what you think. Now, these readings are different because I'm using exactly the same cards as last time, except with the introduction of the Starseed Tarot, because for the last 2 days, as I was planning the readings out in my mind, I was convinced that I had used the Starseed Tarot last time, and I went to check today to just check I'd remembered the spread correctly, and no, not a sign of it. But I've spent 2 days convinced of it, so I'm taking that as a symbol that I need to use the Starseed Tarot with today's reading. So we'll see how it goes. So that's enough waffle, I think. Oh, Facebook group link down at the bottom. Obviously I post these videos. I post the astrology videos that I am learning from, you know, Soul Garden TV, Sun Soul TV, sometimes Spiritual Bodybuilder. I don't agree with all of his positions. Marja, Anastasia, Cosmic Astrologer. Now that's one I've got a lot of respect for. Wonder Girl Astrologer, Leo King, Achita Bava. I've run out. There's more. I know there's more, but I can't remember anymore. So let me bring up the cards. And welcome Pisces Moon and Pisces Rising, if you've just joined us after the timestamp that I forgot to mention in the introduction. Now, this looks like a really positive reading. I knew that with the lunar eclipse and full moon energies filtering that galactic center energy, that this would be a doozy. And you're the 12th sign that I've done, obviously, being 12th sign of the zodiac. I tend to read in order. That has proved true pretty much for everybody. There is so much pregnant possibility right now. Now, let me just show you the really positive things. One, new beginnings. I mean, and I'm not even going to take the mick out of myself and say, oh, look, it's a tarot reader saying that there's new beginnings. There is definitely some form of new portal opening up for you for a new life on the back of the work that you have done already. This is not news to you. This is not something that you are unaware of. This is what you have been working towards. There's a wonderful joy with that new beginning card. I mean, I'm not even a baby person, but look at that little baby. He just looks so happy. Let's see if you can see it better from there. You know, such a cute little smiley face. And there's so much joy with that card, especially since it's landed right next to Babaji. Which for me, that's a wonderful expanding symbol. But there's more to talk about with Babaji when I get there. But we have a win-win outcome is forecast. Your hard work is paying off. Fulfillment. Higher self out of the Starseed Tarot. Now, basically that's the High Priestess, which also means that's you, Pisces. But with that higher self card, there is that sense of connection towards your higher self, that you are listening to your intuition, that you are healing that which you need to heal, and unifying that which you need to unify, but also that you are inspired and that you are exploring the mysteries. Now, with this, oh, how interesting. Next to this wine glass, which this is the Wisdom of the House of Night Oracle deck, is based on the House of Night fiction series that I've never read, but I get the impression it's young adult paranormal romance type stuff. It's all teenagers and vampires, and these are messages from the goddess Nyx, who is the mother of all vampires in this fiction series, I think. I've not read it. To her people. But they are a beautiful set of cards and they are lovely messages. I love using this card. So yes, it does look like a wine glass of blood next to a pomegranate, which hasn't been eaten. So you haven't been diving into the underworld, but there's no harm if you do. This fulfillment is something that will make your blood sing, that is in your blood to do. There's that real sense of, I don't want to say destiny, I want to say purpose. Not that there's much difference between the two of them. But the one thing that you have got to realise is you are not alone in this. You may have been alone in this so far, that's what Babaji says, but accept assistance as and when required, as and when offered, because there is a wonderful, fertile, creative time with Keranis here. Keranis speaks of express your driving passion and that sensual and sexual powers are increased and that you need to express that side of you. And if you're not expressing that side of you, Keranis is a good entity to say, hey, give us a hand here. Actually, no, that's probably not the best way to say it. But, you know, that whole, you know, help me find the way to channel this energy or to give this energy an outlet, which is a very nice and polite way of saying exactly what you know I'm saying. But there's, yes, things are going, it's coming increasingly clear, get my teeth in, becoming increasingly clear that what you are trying to achieve is going to come around because of the hard work that you are been putting in. But I do think that you've maybe been putting it in alone, because the one card that gives me pause here is this one that fell out, a consciousness of lack. Now, Babaji mentions this in his description. about how you may have been isolated from contact recently. In fact, I'm going to read, I looked a couple of these up because I just want to, it got me on a roll. I looked up Babaji just to check because I've got this idea in my mind who Babaji is. But it really sort of led me down the rabbit hole. The extended messages, you may feel that you've retreated from the world recently. Maybe you've not been as active socially or spiritually, certainly socially with the lockdown, eh? But this time of inner rest has really paid off. You are becoming more and more consciously aware of how connected you are to God and all living beings, which is a message emphasized by the High Priestess Higher Self here. This sense of union is called yoga. Yoga goes beyond physical ability and into a sense of awareness that's created through spiritual practice, meditation, and devotion to the divine. Mahavatar Babaji, the yogic father, is here to inspire that fire of union within you so that you can understand how your thoughts and actions are creating the waves of energy that form your life. Now, interesting. Is here to inspire that fire of union within you, right above the Keranus card. So it's almost like there is an opening for, and I say I don't like doing love readings, but there's an opening for divine love. And by divine love here, I am almost saying you get your spirituality on a level, and then that hopefully will mean that your more material existence will also come to an equal level because you are not alone. The keepers of the earth, the one point that I where was it? The only thing that is stopping you right now is your capacity to receive support. You deserve to be rewarded for the work you are doing. You do not need to go it alone. Call upon the keepers of the earth to help you in your mission. Open your heart and mind to receiving more than you ever thought possible. So again, there's that opening up to energies that bring, or to use how they described it in the Babaji card, those waves of energy that form your life. You can invite in those higher vibrations because you have been working to match those higher vibrations. At least this is what I'm saying. Of course, if you've not been doing this work, this reading's probably not for you. But if you have been doing this work, and the very fact that you're watching this sort of hippie claptrap reading in the first place means you probably have been doing that work. And you know, I mean hippie claptrap tongue-in-cheek, because yeah, it's a load of hippie claptrap, but I believe every single word of it, you know, so it's just, there's never any point in taking it too seriously. Now let's have a look at that fulfillment card. I celebrate your choices at this time, for you have drawn the symbol of fulfillment. Remember, this is this fictional goddess Nyx talking, so it's like an egregore of Nyx that has got all tied up with vampire symbolism and all sorts, and is also not very old. Because I don't know when the Wisdom of when the House of Night series were written, but it's not that long ago. Now is the time to integrate and digest what you have learned of late. Savour every moment and know that every encounter is intended to feed your soul. So can you see how there's a theme going on here? You are meant to have a rich, satisfying life and taste all that experience has to offer. Look around and recognise all the ways that your life is already full. You have so many reasons to feel good about yourself. All is well and all will be well when you choose fulfillment. So, and clarified, or bookmarked rather, bookmarked by the Ace of Cups. There's just a spare tarot deck there that I use them as bookmarks. But it's this consciousness of lack that really drew my attention. This may be lack of social contact or sense of lack of social connection, which is understandable with all the lockdown, and it's understandable with Pisces psyche to a great extent, but remember that, Pisces, you've got a whole world of your own. You've got several worlds of your own, you know, but sometimes you do need to come out of them and connect with other people. And that means meeting them halfway, doing, you know, you make the effort and they will make the effort in return, you know. So because the reason I'm saying it like that is one of the two angel cards wanted to jump out for you, and we have the angel of forgiveness. I choose to forgive all those who have hurt me in the past. Now, I think you're aware, Pisces, that there are those people who have hurt you, and then there are those people who you think have hurt you, but really they probably had no knowledge one way or another of what was going on and what was going on in your head, because you think very, very deep and you don't always reveal it. So how would they know? Really, how would they know? But whatever you have been working on has a wonderful passion with it, again, exemplified by Keranus here. With this guardian angel of youth, as I share my enthusiasm, humour and sense of fun, I protect and honour my youthful spirit. Now, you have that youthful spirit with whatever you have been diving into, but the really a major word I want to come out with here is the word share. As I share my enthusiasm. So whatever you have been working in, now is the time to go, hey world, look what I've been doing. And you will find that this will launch a whole new section of your life for you. So you are coming into, let's see what the tarot have got to add to all of this. Okay. You have been, oh, could you get much better? The Star, Judgment and the Sun. So we've got the fulfillment, which is enhancing your sense of dream. It's enhancing your sense of ability to love as well. That's what I really feel with this one, because the Page of Cups can be a message of love, as can the Knight of Cups. I always think that sometimes it's a, I sort of do, but I don't feel that wishy-washiness that you can get with some of the pages with this. It's almost like, here's a baby dream, do you want to help me feed it so it gets to be a big dream? You know, there's that sort of, what was the phrase? Youthful spirit, or to paraphrase it, youthful enthusiasm. Coming from that card. And then with the Keepers of the Earth, remember that you are not alone and that Spirit's been helping you. All the various spiritual hierarchies in whatever cosmology you want to look at, you know, but all the spirits associated with the Earth and the highest spiritual vibrations of the Earth and all that, either have been supporting you or are waiting for the invitation to support you and to give you this new beginning, which elicits a transformation. You will be judged and you will be found, I don't know what's the opposite of you will be found wanting. You'll be found triumphant, you'll be found satisfied, but you will have that resurrection. Let's put it that way, you'll have that resurrection. And with Babaji, with everything that he was talking about, we have the Sun card. So, as you know, I call it my happy, happy, joy, joy card. You know, this is wonderful, but it does require you making social contact somewhere along the lines. Because I think you've been blind to just, that's nice. You've been blind to just how much hard work you have been putting in. But the insights that you have gained are definitely a path to happiness. Higher self with the Ten of Cups here. Now we have, how do I pronounce this one? One of the Shem Hamafarash. Ha-E-I-L. With Divine Warrior, but also it sort of came out of the pack the other way up and had the Goetic Spirit Dantalion with Infamy coming up. But there's, I think you have been fighting a bit of a battle with yourself, which maybe you need to pack that in now. There was an interesting thing I heard on Astrolada's channel. There's this evolutionary astrologer called Brian somebody or other, and he was talking about how the negative aspects of your personality grow the more that you focus attention upon them. The best thing you can do with the negative aspects of your personality is not feed them by not giving them the attention. Focus on the good bits of you and put your energy there, and eventually the negative bits will wither and drop off. I mean, he didn't say wither and drop off, but that was the metaphor. Why was I going with that? So Dan Talion is very good at swaying people's opinions. He's very good with thoughts. But I really like this message of Divine Warrior with this member of the Shem Hamatharash. Because it's almost like, yeah, you felt some pain, but the Trinity here, by the Trinity of Swords, is here just to dispel it or explain it and say, right, finished. You know, if it's a part of your character, if that pain stays with you, fine, that's a part of your incarnation here right now. But it doesn't have to hurt so, because look at what it's taught you. And I think that's what what it really represents to me here is that this pain that you've been putting yourself through, this consciousness of lack, is something that you can now charge through. Excuse me a second. Notice what? It's pouring down the rain. No, sorry, baby. It's pouring down the rain. And it is. It's pouring down the rain outside. But yes, that was the cat, if you could hear her on the microphone. Now, interestingly, again, with the spell cards, the Making Magic set, I use them with divination. We have water. Work with the element of water for healing, purification and refinement. So I think that's that element of what I was saying about the letting the negative aspects of your personality wither and drop off. Do work right now on just some forms of purification, whatever that may mean for you, because you will be supported. And what you really must do is open yourself up to assistance, spiritual assistance and 3D, 4D world assistance. 4D because of time, and I'm talking physics. Interestingly, Carinus was clarified by the Knight of Cups. So maybe there is a love offer coming your way, which you need to be open to accept. You need to be in the position where it can happen, which may well come from the work that you've been doing. And the angels, like I say, try and embrace that youthful spirit and that sense of forgiveness, because they are clarified by the Chariot. Means that attitude will take you places, and that, my friends, is what the moon appears to be bringing you, charged by the galactic center through the filter of the full moon and the lunar eclipse all at once. Yeah, it's a doozy. Don't sabotage yourself by concentrating on the pain or concentrating on the lack. Get out there, Pisces, with what you've been doing. It will be good. Okay, so if this means anything to you, Pisces, if you are bringing some projects to a conclusion or anything like that, please do comment down below. I've given you the like, share, subscribe speech, but don't forget to press the button, and you will have some new readings soon. I'm not sure which ones I'm doing next, but enjoy this. Whereas the lunar eclipse energies may only be lasting for a couple of weeks because they get supplanted by the solar eclipse energies, within these 2 weeks there are changes that will occur that will have more long-lasting effects, at least maybe up to 6 months, if not longer. That's how I'm understanding it. Talk to a proper astrologer, you know, to check what I'm saying there. But this galactic download energy, as I like to visualize it, you've got a month of this until the moon next passes over the galactic center and gets its next update. You know, just think of it as a spiritual equivalent to the Windows update. Although maybe a little bit more efficient than the Windows update. But that gives you a wonderful window to bring all this positive stuff. If you've been doing the work and if you've been working hard on a specific subject, then then transformation will be yours. All right, actually, I'll call it that. Transformation will be yours. It's better than don't sabotage yourself, isn't it? Right, see you later, Pisces. Cheers.